Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? This is Avante, and you're back with Ferg's Aquatics and More. Dropping another video here, part 2 of the fish room tour. And we're just going to start out here at the 60-gallon again that I addressed in the first part 1 of that fish room tour video. I previously dropped, I think, about last week or week before last. So here we have the SRD Flowerhorn, Super Red Dragon Flowerhorn. Pretty exotic, pretty in high demand. Everybody wants one. Everybody wants one, and I understand why. Look how beautiful this fish is. If you're really into fish, you know what I'm saying. I also have the Red Devil, as I talked about in the first video, part 1. She's been putting on some nice size and holding her own against this guy. Not really taking as much coverage anymore. She's like, hey, I'm going to be here with you. You're going to have to kind of calm down, and we're going to coexist together. I have the convict cichlid in here as well, and I recently had to move over the Cuban cichlid from the largest tank I have in the fish room. And if you guys would like to see that tank, like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know. If you want to see it, just say, hey man, drop that content. I want to see what you're working with, and I'll be more than happy to drop the the videos of the large tank. I also talked about the basking area for the turtle here that I looked up instructions on and kind of free-handed it, but it worked. It worked. It actually did what I needed it to do. Again, this is a 60 gallons freshwater tank. Let you guys get a good look. And now I'll move over to the saltwater, 20-gallon saltwater tank, and you can see the convict is kind of holding his own because things are kind of piped up lately in that tank. So now, guys, we are here at the 20-gallon saltwater tank. Also talked about in part 1 of the fish room tour. If you guys want to go back and check that video out, definitely, I would say do so. I had, better content, I would say, as far as with this tank. Unfortunately, we did have some casualties. I had a blue spot puffer that was in this tank. And it's gone now. It died from a parasitic infection, and it bombed my tank. It also killed other inhabitants in this tank. I had 4 damsels, I'm down to 2. This guy right here is pretty much the king of the damsels. He is, I think, starting to pick off the weaker ones now that he sees that there's like a sickness in the tank. This guy has also been fighting with the puffer fish. Not exactly sure what's going on with that, and if you guys can kind of tell me in the comments below if you can give me some insight on what's going on with that. It's probably got something to do with like the 20-gallon saltwater tank, I understand. I also talked about me upgrading in the first video as well and everything like that. So don't beat me up in the comments down below. I will be upgrading the saltwater tank eventually. But in the comments down below, let me know exactly what you all think is going on with the tank, what I could do better in regards to the overall fish health and the health of this tank and ecosystem here. Now I'm gonna go back into the bedroom for the showing of the 65-gallon tank. Alright guys, so here we have the 65-gallon fish tank, fresh water in the bedroom. This is a fancy goldfish here, a koi 9 Australian rainbow fish. I also have a common pleco in here, a chocolate pleco back on the wall there. Here's the spotted Selvin pleco, and this is probably the first time he's been on in a while today. He comes out, but he likes to hide a lot. We all know plecos like to hide. I also have this eel here. If you guys would like me to do a care guide on this eel, please comment below and say, hey man, drop the content on the care guide. Because I want to know a little bit more about that eel, what type of species it is, what it eats, how to go about caring for it. As you can see, you can't really see that guy inside this thing right here. He's kind of peeping out, but I have 2 Synodontis catfish in here as well, and a koi catfish. Now, most people will say, hey man, you may have it overstocked, but I have great filtration. I've already established a well-balanced ecosystem within this tank as far as any levels of ammonia or nitrates and nitrites. Everything is solid. Everything is good to go. So you guys let me know what you all think in the comments below about this tank. If it's something I could change, if it's something I could add, make sure that it's in compatibility with the fancy goldfish in the tank, because I know that guy can get a little skittish and he doesn't want fish biting at his fins at all. So if you do suggest something, make sure that it's not a fin nipper or anything like that. I do love schooling fish, as you can see. So if you have a suggestion as well, keep that in mind. Possibly, if not, it's fine, but I would just like if you all comment and interact with the videos. Below the 65-gallon here, I have the 10-gallon freshwater tank with the arrowhead puffer in here. And that is him right there down in the sand. Pretty mean and nasty guy. Can't have tank mixed with him. So for any viewers that has this fish here, I promise you, if he gets along with the fish now, it won't be very long. It would only be temporarily. He will eat that fish eventually. This guy is not anything to play with. He's pretty nasty. So that will kind of complete my fish tour part 2 of the fish room. And if you guys like what you have saw today, please hit the like button. Feel free to comment below and make sure you subscribe for the next banger that I'll be dropping. Until then, you all have a great day. I'm out. Peace.